another wonderful episode of All Gas, No Trash. My name's Josh. I'm here today with the host, Adam.
Yeah, Adam.
What do you want to talk about today, Adam?
Well, we're gonna do a quick 5 minutes. Well, we'll see how long it lasts, but we're gonna be talking about the third artist, allegedly. Well, at least what we could find out.
No, it's not alleged. That's legit.
It's fresh off of Ourniss's website.
Yeah.
The third artist on their roster, and it's saying Sonic Reducer, somebody that's been touring with.
When do you think they signed them?
I couldn't tell you. I really don't know when that happened, but yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. So at the moment, got to do our plugs, our shameless plugs.
Indeed, which if you want to be a good dude or lady, or they, them, or fucking a tree, or whatever the hell you want to be, you can go to Game Rage Magazine on YouTube, where you can like, comment, and the most important thing of them all, subscribe. Please fucking subscribe. I'm literally one step away from begging. But just, whatever. Also, if you want to go follow us on social media, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine, Twitter/X Game Rage Mag. You can follow this show and Adam at All Gas, No Trash Official on Instagram. All right,
Sonic Reducer. So we just had the opportunity to check out their music fairly recently, and out of the gate, I'm kind of I can't say I like them out of the gate. Not to say I fucking hate them or anything like that, but they're kind of for me. They don't really do it for me. Objectively, I think I know who would like this. People that are fans of Arctic Monkeys, and I think maybe a group like Fiddler, these people would I think you would have an affinity for this group. I just don't know. Knowing that Ournisse Management already has success with Genesis Owusu and Royal Otis, I don't see how they could fail. But I think this might be for a specific audience. I think, like I said, this is going to be a group that might be more in line with people who enjoy Arctic Monkeys and maybe like the Stooges as well, like proto-punk shit, but I don't know. I don't, right out of the gate, I don't know if I'm that enthusiastic about it. I think I'm more curious to see what this Fox Stapleton kid is capable. I mean, he looks like he's going to be an R&B artist, so this shit, I don't know. I'm kind of middle of the road for
this Sonic Reducer stuff.
Yeah.
This is, again, something that is vastly different than what Ournisse has on its... it's vastly different from Genesis Owusu and Royal Otis. This is something that's...
It's a little harder than Royal Otis.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I feel like it's a lot harder than Royal Otis.
Yes, I'm being facetious.
Oh, okay.
I'm being
You're being a dickhead. Yeah.
I'm downplaying the level of... Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that... it's all right. It's kind of a, like you said, if you like the Arctic Monkeys, because I know them, you probably like this fucking shit for sure. Again, they don't have a lot out though. I mean, they literally have 5 fucking songs, and then them turned into a compendium on an EP, because it's they just put them all in the same thing.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole shit ton of stuff out to listen to. I mean, we listened to a little bit of it, and like you said, I don't see how they can fail. With the if Ournisse is behind them,
they obviously see something, but just objectively speaking of how I feel about it, I don't personally. Okay, objectively,
jam?
Objectively speaking, do they have potential? Yes, because I think they'll have a fraction of the success of what the Arctic Monkeys did, because the Arctic Monkeys have done what they already done, right?
Right.
But when somebody else comes along and does something similar to them, that I feel like the effect of what they're doing is diminished because they sound like the Arctic Monkeys, right?
Yeah.
So then it might be reduced by maybe they'll have half the audience of what Arctic Monkeys is able to pour, maybe a quarter, and that's not even terrible. Maybe, I don't even know how many followers the Arctic Monkeys have, but if they're able to fill out arenas, right?
I'm sure they are, yeah.
Yeah, well, imagine if Sonic Reducer gets to play 1,000-person theaters or 1,000-person music venues, like that's not going to be a bad thing for them. That's a reasonable assessment for me looking at their music, like what they do. It's not something that it's not revolutionizing anything. It's,
it's nothing new.
It's nothing fucking new. It's been done before, but this is a band from Australia. Maybe there's novelty in that.
I definitely think there's novelty in that. It's one step below the same old shit chant. All right, it's not there yet. It's not same old shit yet, but it's like, we're kind of maybe getting there. There, it's a little different enough to where but like I said, there's not enough of it out yet to really give a full. Once they have an album, like we'll have to do an album review of it. When they come out with an album, just to see, okay, what can you string together? What can you put together?
Yeah. So I will say, if it is the fate, I mean, if we're talking about Fox Stapleton, right? Just to talk about it real quickly, if Fox Stapleton and Sonic Reducer are fairly new bands that Ourness is hopping on, I kind of have to give them credit for not just sitting around and waiting for a band to hit a specific
like a metric?
Mark, or metric. That they're just like, we like these guys, so let's fucking do something. Like, because that Fox Stapleton kid only has 130 followers or less. I mean, he's thereabouts like 130 followers, right? So the fact that they're getting in on this kid early, I kind of respect it, because I feel as though when it comes to artists that people are just waiting around to see, well, are these guys selling out audiences? Are they selling out venues, like smaller venues, like 100-person or 50 or 250-person venues on their own without management? Do they have 10,000 followers? Did they already do it on their own? All right, cool. Let me hop in now. When everybody else is also already looking at them. It's like, these guys are taking a chance on somebody out of the gate. I like that. That's fucking respectable.
I agree 100%. Ourness is, in terms of what they're doing, like, I'm behind it 100%. I like that. I don't like the fact that, you got to be this, you got to hit these metrics now. It's all about bottom line, profit margin, all this stuff. Like, why can't it go back to the days of, oh man, this is just some shit that I think I like and I think other people will like it. I'm going to promote this, or I'm going to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to try to maybe represent this kid or whatever. That's like, I feel like how it used to be back in the day. It was like, oh, hey, this is some good shit. Obviously, yes, you have your people who are in the business to make money, and that's all they're really concerned about. But I feel like that all the major record labels that's it. That's all they care about, is they look at you and go, all right, yes, you need to have hit 10,000 subscribers. You need to be selling out, like you said, 150 to 200 seats venues on your own.
Do all the work yourself, and then we'll hop in.
And then we'll jump in and give you, we'll give you that push to get you to the next level or whatever. And honestly, at that point, if you're an independent artist and you're selling out 200 seat venues on your own consistently by going on tour, you're probably doing pretty all right. I mean, in terms of what you're making in terms of money.
On your own.
Your own. Why would you want to give some other assholes that piece of that pie? Sure, your piece will go higher than what you're getting now probably, but now you're a slave. Now you work for them.
Yeah, and I think they're playing it smart too, because they're their own record label and management. Of course, they're going to stay within their network, and of course, Royal Otis is going to go on tour wherever the fuck they're at, and then have Sonic Reducer be the opener. So it's like you're planting the seeds already for an entirely new fan base indirectly. Well, actually, directly, because you're going to the concert and listening to their music, but you're doing all like the groundwork without having to pitch people the music. Like on social media, go listen to my music, go do all this shit. Whereas opposed to going to a concert, you show up and you might discover a new band.
Yeah.
Which is Sonic Reducer. And you're like, I kind of like these guys. Like, and then it's not so in your face. It's not like just advertisements or bands posting about themselves and saying, hey, listen to my music. You get to listen to it out of the gate because you're going to a Royal Otis concert. And I think that's a luxury that Ourness has, that they're capable of building up their new artists through like their small network.
Yeah. And that's great. That's genius. And it obviously that will benefit Sonic Reducer in the long run, you know? Because they're going to basically get all the, what is it? Like, I don't want to say sloppy seconds because that seems like demeaning, but it's like you're getting the blow by of like, oh shit, all these other, you got 5,000 people or 10,000 people. I don't know what kind of sellouts fucking Royal or what kind of venues Royal Otis is playing, but like
I couldn't tell you.
Whatever, you got 10,000 seat venue, and now you got 10,000 people who probably never fucking heard of you before, having to be forced to sit here and listen to you play 5 songs or whatever the opening number is, right?
Yeah, it's jump starting their career, whereas. As I was saying before, social media posts, like when you're telling people to listen to my music, it's kind of fucking annoying. But if you go to a concert,
yeah,
it's
you're
like
already there.
you're already there. It's not like it's less obvious. It's like, oh well, I kind of have to listen to this because in order for me to listen to Roy Otis, I got to listen to this. These
right.
assholes.
It'd be like if we came on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
Then people would be like, if they see a thing for one of our things on its own, they'd be like, oh, annoying, get away. Oh, Joe, you get the rub, right? Like,
You get the rub, that's what it is,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're getting the rub. So, like, if you get the Royal Otis rub, then, like, oh, people are more receptive to fucking being, you know, which that also sucks, man. Why can't people just be opening their minds to, like, new shit anyways? Like, why do you gotta have to have somebody else be like, oh, yeah, this is legit? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's why people like us exist. So we can turn you on to
new shit.
new shit because that's what it takes. Because people don't want to do the work, or they're not interested, or they don't want to spend the time to find their own fucking music, so they turn to people like Anthony Fantano, or some kind of radio station like KEXP,
Yeah.
or fucking KCRW, and they got to do that shit because, like I said, they're too fucking lazy. But you need 1 degree of separation between the fucking band and yourself. Like, you need one person in between to tie the tether between you two, to be convinced, like, oh, I need to listen to this band because,
Oh, this person says it's cool, or these guys think it's all right, so okay, now I can go listen.
And for us, it's the management. It's
Yeah.
like we're looking at Sonic Reducer. All right, I'll give them a fucking chance because they're tied to ourness. I'll fucking do it. But now,
Whereas if you would have came across this, let's say you would have came across this on your weekly music search,
yeah,
and they were just independent, like, what would your opinion?
what would happen?
Do you think you'd give this would this even be an episode? Probably not, but
No, I don't think it would. I mean, maybe if they came out with the debut album, for sure, on that basis, because it's like kind of worth checking out a new band that's playing new music, I suppose. But as it sits right now, because they only have 4 or 5 singles plus that EP that just kind of is a compilation of all the singles they have, I don't think right out of the gate, I don't think that this is like newsworthy to me. But we're doing it right now because it's ourness. I hate to say it, but it's because of ourness.
Right.
But at the very least, like, I would give them a listen, and then it'd become wait and see.
yeah, fair enough.
So, so that's Sonic Reducer. If you want to check them out, go on their Instagram, and if you could find them on Spotify and Apple Music. I'm waiting. It's a wait and see for me. I need to see a full album to know what kind of shit they're gonna do. But for right now, it seems like they're somewhere between like the Stooges and, well, I guess more specifically, more accurately, they probably sound more like Arctic Monkeys with like a little hint of like proto-punk, like Stooges and shit. But they're okay. But again, it's wait and see. We'll wait and see what they do. But I'm not that enthusiastic about them.
Fair enough. You got anything else?
Nope, that's the end of the episode.
All right, cool. Well, like I
Fox
said,
Stapleton. Yeah, just throwing in the
Fox Stapleton.
the shameless plug of Fox Stapleton, the other artist.
Yeah, if
that
you want to hear us talk about Fox Stapleton, you go listen to the previous episode.
Yeah, go listen to the previous episode, get the lore, find out who he is, and the fresh face of ourness, speculatively.
Hey man, I think we should make Get the Lore a fucking.
Get the lore.
I think we should make that a goddamn like shirt for All Gas, or like the tagline for All Gas No Trash.
Yeah.
You just Adam, get the lore.
Devon.
Oh man.
So that wraps up this episode. Give your balls a tug and I guess we'll see you next week.
Yeah, but before you do that, before we see you next week, hopefully you will have gone to Game Rage Magazine on YouTube, where you can like, comment, and subscribe.
See, we need somebody to vouch for us.
That's true. That's our problem. We don't have anybody giving a
Because
fuck
we're
about
like
us.
doing all these shameless plugs.
That's the worst part. All right, we can't vouch for ourselves. We're vouching for others on this show. And people, I'm telling you, man, people are going and listening to stuff because of what we say. But no one's vouching for us, man. No, help the helper. All right, like
It's like having
man.
a fucking weight attached to your nuts and just getting it. You know, you're walking and it's just dragging. It's like, man, we're dragging our nuts around, and that's what it feels like with how close we are to 50 fucking subscribers.
Jesus Christ, we're so close. Anyways, all right, yeah, go to Game Rage Magazine on Instagram and TikTok, Game Rage Mag, at Twitter/X, All Gas No Trash Official on Instagram.
Fox Stapleton.